We've got that double upload today, guys. If you don't know, or if you're watching this long after it's came out, I'm dropping this video at the exact same time as my rap song remix is better than the original part 3 video. I had both the lists ready, so I thought, why not make them both at the same time? Thanos himself would be proud of this perfect balancing right here. You can check that out after this one, but first, let's talk about remixes that I personally think are not necessary additions to their original counterparts. As usual, this is just based on my opinion, and if there's any that you think will or should be on here, drop them down in the comments below. I feel like doing a double upload is a good reason for one of them to be a sponsored video, don't you think? I personally think that sounds like a great idea past CDTV. Hey guys, it is CDTV from the future here, and I want to thank Honey for sponsoring today's video. If any of you aren't familiar with what Honey is, it's an online shopping tool that helps you save when buying from your favorite online stores. And what Honey does is search for promo codes so that you don't have to, whether you're buying something small like a food delivery, or something bigger like a new laptop or PC, and everything in between. I actually managed to save on a laptop that I bought last week using Honey, saving me a total of £75 from my order. Whether you're buying things for yourself or as a gift for someone else, it's never a bad thing to save money, right? And the way I see it, there's no reason not to have it because it works for things that you already buy from your favorite stores with an average discount of 18% when Honey does find a coupon code for you. So if you're ready to start saving money online today, go to joinhoney.com/CDTV to start using Honey while letting them know that I sent you there. Much love to Honey for sponsoring today's video. So with all that being said, are you guys ready to talk about these remixes? This is CDTV Productions, and let's take a look at some pointless and unnecessary rap song remixes.
They're in sync with the pins ink and they're in sync like a faucet. How the fuck do I even think of this ridiculous shit? I'm a quarter of a century deep, but I can't be beat. To the day me and a grim reap me, I'm 10 toes down till I'm 6 feet deep.
Let's kick it off with the whole reason that I wanted to make another pointless rap song remixes video. This song is the reason that this double upload exists. This song was just a complete mess. The OG Killer was a fairly enjoyable track. Sure, that beat doesn't really sound suited to Eminem, but it was a fun listen. I didn't think it was great, but I did find it enjoyable. This remix was not enjoyable. The most natural sounding part of this track was Jack Harlow. This type of modern club rap beat was suited to him more than anyone else here, and he delivered a smooth verse with clean but simple bits of wordplay. He was a good fit for this. However, the same can't be said for Cordae, who sounded like his verse belonged to a completely different track at first, and then got switched over to this song. His verse just sounds incredibly unnatural over this beat. His words don't really sound like they're keeping up with it, and in my opinion, his verse sounds kinda serious, and detracts from the fun of the song.
They say my killing's horrendous, how he's still in the business. Rich as hell and is feeling tremendous. Mon Duke's chilling at Venice, compliments of an eldest descendant.
Chill man, you can be more laid back on a song like this. It's not often that I say a rapper should rap with less intensity, but it just doesn't sound right on this song. Then we get to Mr. Marshall Mathers. Let's talk about the fast rapping on here. I am not someone who hates fast rapping just because it's fast rapping. I had a whole series dedicated to rappers' fastest verses, but here it just sounds flat out bad, especially towards the end of his verse. The fast rapping on this didn't even really have any type of nice bounce or flow to it. It just kind of sounded like
I don't even got a boat, nor do I got a chauffeur, but I'm not a chauffeur. You don't wanna fuck around, we'll start no war. 20 more years, I probably go for.
At least the faster rapping parts in the original Killer had a nice little groove to them. Here, Eminem just puts the pedal to the floor to rap as fast as he can in a constant stream of words, so that it just sounds entirely robotic. On this song, he just pushed it too far. I know some people will point out that Eminem dad joke punchlines like, "And she be stalking me like I was broccoli. You look at your broke ass. That's why you're a because your shit is so ass," is marks against the remix. But as I said in my Music to be Murdered by Side B review, the dad joke corny punchlines don't really bother me anymore. It's just Eminem having fun. The main gripe for me with this verse is just that it's not very fun to listen to, and that's why I could do without this remix. Good on Jack Harlow for this one though. Not only did he get to be on a remix with his idol, he turned out to be the best part of it.
Remember that time I showed up with just panties under my coat? High heels, they was knee high.
Now this technically is cheating a little bit because this isn't a remix of a rap song, but it is a remix of a song that adds a rap verse to it, so I'm gonna count it. And the thing is, I don't even think Nicki is bad on here. The actual verse itself is decent and fits the song, but she barely changed it overall, and I'm not a fan of how the vocal effects for her sound on it. This dropped along with the Eminem remix, and while that wasn't perfect, he put 2 whole verses on his remix, essentially creating a different track. This one was pretty much the exact same as the original, with an incredibly reverby 33-second verse by Nicki at the start, followed by her moaning throughout the Weeknd's verse on the song,
I'ma let you know and keep it simple.
Which, in my opinion, doesn't add enough to make it stand out, especially when another, more transformative version of the song dropped along with it. When it comes to the hills, 95% of my listens go towards the Weeknd solo version, like 4% towards the Eminem remix, and 1% towards the Nicki remix, so to me personally, that's the least needed one here. Also, it's just really strange hearing her say, "You the president and I'm Biden" in 2021 when Biden is the president now. The words Wu-Tang next to the word dubstep, that should tell you everything you need to know. I'm just shocked such a vast amount of these exist. As far as I'm aware, 36 of these remixes exist between one Wu-Tang group project and 2 solo projects from members of the group. 36. That's enough to make a modern day deluxe album. 5 dubstep remixes of songs from U-God's Dopium album. 12 from Inspector Deck's Manifesto Redux, which was a whole album consisting of noticeably bad dubstep remixes of songs from his Manifesto album. And finally, 19 from the Wu-Tang compilation album, Wu-Tang Meets the Indie Culture 2, Enter the Dubstep, which, as I'm sure you can tell, is a full album of dubstep remixes of songs by members of the Wu, or songs that feature members. And I can confidently say in almost every single case, the original is definitely better. And that's saying a lot, considering that Dopium and Manifesto aren't exactly the most highly regarded Wu-Tang member solo albums. Some examples that seem especially unnecessary to me are the remixes of U-God's song Dopium.
Which lane, lean over, get brain green, roll a mean, shoulders run through, kung fu, break shoulders, in the
everything on the Manifesto Redux, because those sound like songs that you'd hear at a shady cheap club in like Magaluf, where the shot glasses have lipstick marks on them and there's people openly doing coke as a cockroach crawls across the mostly empty dance floor.
DJ play that song again, back to the floor again, 4 in the morning and the door still pouring in. DJ play that song again, give it to me raw.
And while Enter the Dubstep has the highest quality remixes out of all of these, in my opinion, the much eerier remix of the GZA song Cinema might actually be better than the original. That's like one of the only ones. In most cases, they just don't compete with the original songs. I don't know why Wu-Tang decided dubstep remixes was the move in the early 2010s, but it definitely didn't come off as trendy, exciting, or good to listen to in most cases. I rarely like any type of electronic remix of rap songs, although for one that I do like, you should check out the remixes better than the original 3 video. And it was particularly weird for a group like Wu-Tang. Dubstep is quite a big leap from how their music typically sounds. Thankfully, this was more of a phase from the Wu-Tang Clan and not a long-running staple of their music. Be honest, did you even know this existed? Because I didn't until like 4 days ago when I was scripting this video. French Montana saw that this song was huge and did not miss a single market. His bag-chasing remix ability is almost impressive. 7 official remixes. 7. There's the UK remix with J Hus, produced by J5, the Spanish remix with J Balvin, 3 different electronic and EDM remixes from Slushy, Major Lazer, and Tiesto and Jaco, I think is how you say that, and finally, this Mariah Carey version and a separate acoustic version, of this Mariah Carey version. You may be the patron saint of ruining rap songs, French, but you are a bag chaser to the core, and I can respect that. It did result in quite a few pointless remixes though, this Mariah Carey one being the worst one to me. Yes, even worse than the acoustic Mariah Carey version, because at least that did a lot more to be different and was actually a different sound for the track. But on this one, Mariah just essentially does a cover of Swae's opening verse over the regular Unforgettable beat, and a cover of his chorus later on in the song. That's it. No original contributions here, just a cover. Yes, it's the same structure as the acoustic version, but like I said, the fact that it's acoustic does make it a bit different. This one is just so unneeded, other than for more streams of course, which is the reason why most of these exist. You can barely even hear those beautiful whistle notes in the background of the instrumental here, like you can on the acoustic version, because the beat on this one just completely drowns it out. So this one, in my opinion, is the most unnecessary, I guess you could say the most forgettable remix of this song.
Now Scrappy, let's go. Hey, shout, I like the way your ass hit up. I'm only whispering cause I'm just trying to fuck. Ooh.
This one is pretty easy to explain. I hate the whole delivery of the original version of this song and the remix, which is essentially rapping ASMR. I despise that sound, so much so that I'm probably going to be in pain just from editing this segment. I don't know what it is, but the sound of whispering just makes my skin crawl in a horrible, horrible way. So of course I'm gonna hate this remix of this song that adds over 90 seconds to the original. Alright, I'm gonna stop whispering now to save future me from more suffering. Yes, Busta Rhymes and Missy Elliott have verses that are written in a pretty entertaining way, and to be fair, Missy does rap normally for most of her verse, but the whole whisper gimmick that makes up the majority of this track just... it kills me inside. Missy Elliott is the last verse in the song. I just don't have the willpower to push through the pain to get to that. The hook here claims that this remix exists because we couldn't get enough, but I'd argue I got more than I would ever need or want. Also, not to mention, the rapper who features on this song named Free, her verse on this song caused her mother to disown her and got her fired from hosting the show 106 in Park, according to the Ying twins, so she'd be better off if this never dropped too.
Free, 106 in Park, Free and AJ. Free lost her job at BET behind that verse.
See now, check one verse.
That's crazy. Yeah. One verse. She said her mama.
One verse, and she put her personal life out.
She said her mama wrote her off, quit fucking with her behind her laying that verse.
In all fairness though, I think it's very unreasonable to fire and disown someone over a sexually explicit verse that honestly wasn't even that graphic. She just said she has a juicy coochie and she can ride some dick. This was released in 2005, so maybe it was shocking then, I don't really know, but nowadays this seems like a pretty tame sex verse. Going back to the hook that I mentioned earlier, I thought it was very kind of the Ying twins to repeatedly remind us that this is the Wait remix, because the new features on the song that weren't there before, plus the song title on the track list having the word remix in it, didn't get the message across enough. All in all, a 10 out of 10 ASMR masterpiece. Thank you Ying twins for your service to the United States of Atlanta and the whole wide world. Well guys, that is going to be it for the video today, so thank you so much for watching, and I would appreciate you guys leaving a like if you enjoyed this one, and subscribing and turning on those notifications if you want to see more content like this, and if you appreciate the double upload. I'm bringing out the content for you guys. I won't drag out this outro for too long. Much love to my patrons who are on screen right now, and a big thank you to my biggest supporters on there, and those are Cyrus Formadoni, Reagan Burt, I Am Region, and Tyson. Thank you so much for all of your support. If you haven't watched the rap song remixes better than the original 3 video, that should be on the screen right now, or it will come up very shortly, and I definitely recommend that you check that out right after watching this one. That is all I've got to say for today guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the next one, and this is CDTVProductions signing out.